Alright, while you were gone, I don't know what happened. I don't remember. I don't even know where I am. Where are we? Is this Bjornholm? Let's see. I'm waiting for morning because I need to plant these fields. We did a harvest in the middle of the night. I just finished. So my farmer, I'm assuming, needs to go to bed because it's almost midnight and we need to start fairly early in the morning. Doesn't have to be super early. Oh yeah, that's right. So this is what happened. I finished feeding the cows, so I have filled up... Oh, I'm up at the top. Okay. Is that it? No. Where are we? What? Okay. This is the lower farm. The cow farm. I filled this up all the way. It took, I think, 5 or 6 loads to get enough food in there that I don't have to do it for another 6 days. Now, I probably will just feed them once a day, 1 trailer full. And just keep doing that so that I don't have to do it like a lot at the end of each week, but just once a day feed these cows. Also, I forgot that the grass does grow quickly, so we're going to maybe do 1 day of hay and then 1 day of straw. I believe I installed that mod that will allow me to pick up grass with the baler, so it should be a little bit easier. And I'm just going to do this field. I bought this huge field and I planted it with grass. So 1 day will be hay, the next day will be grass, the next day will be hay, grass, and that'll be for silage and for hay. So, anything else exciting? We are going to do straw up at the main farm again because, well, we'll continue making bales. But I guess we could kind of do whatever we want, but I should probably do one more thing of straw. So Farmer Bob is going to take one of these tractors up to the house. And he's going to retire for the evening because he's had a hard night of work. Pretty much since sundown they've been harvesting and baling and mowing and rowing and sowing. And so we will begin, I think it's day 4 that we're on. I don't really know. I think if we look in the statistics, we can actually see how many days we've played on this farm. So let's do that. We'll go up to the farm. We'll park the tractor. Someday he'll have a pickup. And after using the I did a IT runner review, and I was using the T7 270, and that's a really nice tractor. Just a beautiful thing. So I'm going to be buying one of those for this farm. Hopping into the toilet, and we will take a look at our stats. Just a toilet?
Why did you say toilet?
Because that's where we are. It's an outhouse.
What about
Statistics. We have 6 gold coins. We've played a total of 26 hours. Really? So it's only been 1 day? Is that for real? Well, no, that can't be for real. I think that's overall time. That doesn't include the fast forwards that I've done. So threshing duration, worked area, worked duration. Okay, Goose, you're killing me. You can't do that. You're bending my leg the wrong way. I love you too. Are there? How many pages of statistics are there? None. We have 31 cows. They're at 0% productivity because I just got them fed. But they're making manure already. And I'm feeding them through mixed rations. It's all mixed rations. You have straw. The milk tank is getting full. At midnight, I'll have like 5 cents of milk. So worth it. So I don't really see... it doesn't really give you an overall day thing. Oh well. If anybody knows how to see how many days you've been playing... Oh, maybe it's on the finance sheet. Let's see. Function enter, right? Or function insert? I know it's the insert key, but on my keyboard it's funky because it's a little... It's a mini keyboard. Let's see. Function... I think it's function enter. Function insert. There we go. Nope, it doesn't show you. Wow, that's a bummer. Well, I have no interest yet. Today I took out the big loan, and so I have $842 of interest coming up tomorrow, but that's not bad. We'll make that much easily. So, all right, guys, so I'm going to fast forward time, and we're going to bed so we can start the next day. So farmer, I guess it wouldn't be Bob or Joe because we're in Europe, so it's Sven again because I'm so creative. Going in the house and control R. Whoop, careful. It's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, nice one, guys. 5:03. He went to bed what time? At midnight? So we'll let him sleep till 7. 6:58. This is the first thing I do in the morning. Sorry. But it is. It's the truth. I wake up and I run to the bathroom. Sometimes I make it. No, I usually make it. Oh, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, you just don't even leave the bed.
Because you guys do take me to the bathroom.
Well, that's true. We probably should do a better job making sure that you get to the potty, shouldn't we? Poor Goosey. I know. It's Mrs. Tinkle Princess. Alright, so we are going to grab the too much information seed machine. And I think we'll do Bowley. Are you a good girl, Goosey? Don't tell people your secrets? Okay. No secrets. Goosey, you are so cute. Oh, that's right. We have our added field here. Actually, you know what? So this is probably going to be really dumb. And actually... we should probably buy this field. It's going to really put us in trouble, though, financially. Do I need to sell one of my tractors, maybe? So we can always buy it back, but I don't want to do that. Oops. Alright, so let's see. Oh, it's so close. It's going to leave me with like $2,000. I can't do it. Because I won't have enough money. After the next harvest, we'll have enough. I just won't have enough money. I need money to money. Whoa, what's all that sniffing going on there, Pants? Oh, that's right, you guys are sick.
I'm not.
John is too, though, man. He's like hacking up a storm. So we'll start this guy seeding here. Oops, I didn't start close enough. I forgot you gotta start right up on the field now or they won't do it. Stupid idiot. Idiot. Alright, so this guy is ready to fertilize. I'm going to start fertilizing the other fields while that guy's sowing. Because you can fertilize at any point. Before, after, what does it matter? So we're going to get out there and foit the field. Fertilize. 3-lize. Let's see, how do I start this thing? Nope. Nope. There we go. Come here, Goosey. Come to the microphone. Say world.
World.
No, come closer to the mic so people can hear you. Because it's super cute. Say world.
World.
Say twirly pool.
Twirly pool.
She calls the pool at the rec center the twirly pool. I think it's the cutest thing ever. Are you cute, Goosey?
Yeah.
Come on, I totally botched this one. Look at this. If I would have gotten over to the right. I know, I missed a whole bunch. Ugh. Oh well. It's a good thing fertilizer is super cheap.
Oh.
What?
Laughing.
Evil laughter? You don't like my evil laughter?
I like evil laugh.
Okay, how about my happy laugh?
I like ha.
Shut that fertilizer out. This stuff's expensive, man. It's just so expensive. But it gives you the big yield. The big yield.
Yeah, but the more fields you have, the more money you have. Yeah.
You're right. Like after that last harvest, I think was like $25,000 or $30,000. The next harvest will be probably $50,000, and then we'll get that next field, and it'll be up to like $60,000 or $70,000. Maybe, I don't know if it'll be. Maybe not that much, but I mean, it could potentially be $40,000 or $50,000 with that next field added. So that will help our farm grow a little bit. Plus, the cows will be starting to produce milk, a couple $1,000s a day. Man, I'm just batting zero on getting these fields straight. Oh, I hate the solid fertilizer. I really... If it wasn't so darn expensive to run that Amazon... I love the Amazon spray fertilizer. It's so much easier to use because you can tell exactly what you're spraying. But it's expensive to buy. And it's expensive to operate. I think this one, from what Paul's chart showed, this is the cheapest one to operate. Dang it, I'm still missing stuff. But I guess it can't be perfect. Alright guys, so I'm going to continue fertilizing. I'll catch up with you in a couple minutes. We will see you shortly. Alright, so field number 1 has been fertilized. This guy can move on to the next field here. Actually, all 3 of these fields have been fertilized except for this last strip right here I'll be taking care of in a moment. So I'm going to... This gotta be... There we go. And so I'm almost done spraying these fields. Or I guess in this case it's solid fertilizing. It's not really spraying per se. But I'm going to fill them up and I'll run him up to the top field there at number 38, I think. And once we're done doing the planting here this morning, we're going to take the JCB down and mow that field. And I think we'll make more silage today. Wouldn't it be funny if you could sell those silage bales at the biogas plant? But you can't, unfortunately. Eagle view. Oh, sorry, that was really loud. Trying to make the eagle sound. We had a, What? What, Evelyn? I don't know. I think there was like a hawk or something outside. What? It was me. I was doing my eagle impression. We had a... I was in my room yesterday. Makes me want to cry. And laugh at the same time. I was in my room watching, like working on my wedding photos, and out of the corner of my eye I see these squirrels, like always, playing in the tree. It's fall right now and the leaves are starting to get a little bare, and all of a sudden out of nowhere this freaking hawk swoops in and grabs one of the squirrels. And the squirrel's like trying to get away, and the hawk is like picking its brains out. I was like, oh, oh. So, well, that sucks. You can chop that up if you want, Cha. Serve it out.
You want just cheese?
Sure, why not? And so the you try to use the open one though, okay? But the it was just like this. You know, you always watch those nature specials, and somehow they always have to fit in like one of these animal kills, you know. Oh, I left some bales up here. Oops. Let's see how many are up here. And but anyway, I was not expecting death and the Discovery Channel to be in my backyard yesterday, but it was pretty violent death. I was like, that poor little squirrel. He flew away with the quivering squirrel in his talons. I was like, ah. Mr. Squirrel, no. We do have a lot of freaking squirrels in our yard, though. I'm just hoping it was hard to see which squirrel it was. I think it was just a regular brown, but I'm hoping it wasn't the red squirrel. because we have this cute little red squirrel. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a red squirrel before. They look like a little baby squirrels. They're tiny, but they have red fur versus brown, and it's pretty pronounced. You know, like light brown fur or dark brown fur. It's not really red, but it's you know, like you would call a fox red, but it's not really red. It's brown, but it's that same look. I hate this fertilizer. Ugh. Stay straight. So there was a moment for sure. This poor little squirrel. I don't think it was my red squirrel though, and I hope they didn't kill him because the red squirrel, like I said, it's like a little baby. You feel bad for it, like, oh man. Hope he didn't just buy the farm. Oh, no pun intended. Oh, for crying out loud! I can never get this thing right. I hate this fertilizer. I want to buy another one, but I'm just gonna live with it. It does a good job. I mean, it still gets the job done. It just sometimes it costs a little bit more because of this. Like, this is so inefficient right here. I'm using a full field's width worth of fertilizer to do this little strip, you know. I probably should have run it downhill instead of uphill, though it's going full speed, so I'm not losing any, but yeah, so that was fun yesterday. little nature action in the backyard. And then we have, I guess, Ohio, and I didn't know this, but we actually have flying squirrels. And I was like, what? One of my computer customers has this little feeder box up there, and they have a picture of a flying squirrel. And I'm like, what? Is that, like, there on that box feeding? And she's like, yeah. I put that there because people don't believe me, but here's a photo of it feeding off this feeder box. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, he flies in from the tree next door, and you see him coast in, and he grabs some food and then coasts back out again. I did not know we had flying squirrels in Ohio, but sure enough, we do. Now, of course, flying squirrels don't really fly. They glide. It's a misnomer. But it's pretty cool. So I'm going to grab the T5 95 from the cow barn and bring that up here with the bale, can't say it tonight, with the bale collector. Grab those last couple straw bales that I forgot. And sure enough, the other tractor is done, so we'll speed this process up a little bit. I've restarted my farm about 10 times in Farm Expert. We are going to do, probably when I get back from Texas, I'll do a quick review. Well, not a quick, you know how my reviews go. They're like an hour and a half long. I just can't seem to keep it short. I try to be as concise as possible, but I just talk and talk and talk. But anyway, we'll take a look at the Farm Expert 2016 for good and bad. I do like it. Like I said, this is a much more polished game, but there's something quaint about the Farm Expert, and it does have some cool things. Like you really are much more dependent on your cows. This game, you know, 100 cows on hard will bring you, well, I guess more money than in that game. But in that game, it seems you will not survive if you just do crops. There is no easy or hard or medium in Farm Expert. It's just hard. And you don't start off with, you start off with the same thing, about a $250,000 loan that you can tap into. And very minimal equipment and really no, just like one or two small fields. And it's really hard to get started until you discover the secret. And the secret of that game, right away, you need to get into cattle. You need to take a loan out, make your barn bigger, decide on what equipment you're going to run. You can either do corn silage to feed them, which gives you better milk. That's the route that I went. So you buy a silage harvester and a It's basically a generic Chrome Big X. And then you buy, you plant your seeds with corn and use that to feed your cows. But then you also have to buy hay to feed them. When you don't have your own hay to feed them, you have to buy, unlike this game where there's no way to get any food aside from what's already in the game. You know what I mean? Thank you, honey. You're gonna have some too, right? Like in this game, if you don't make the food, there's no food for your cows. They just have nothing. They don't die though. And Farming Expert, if you don't have food for your cows, they die. Well, if you buy cows right away, there's no way to feed them from your farm because you just started the farm, and it actually takes real time to grow your crops. So if you plant your crops in April, it's going to take you until the end of July for the crops to grow. So thank you, Goosey. Just put it right there. Thank you. So it's kind of a neat thing, but you can buy hay each month, or you can buy a gross of it, and what you feed your cows. You just have to make sure you keep an eye on how much hay you have, because if you run out, your cows will starve to death. And so what I was doing was I would run the farm for a week or two, and then buy more hay, and then jump ahead a couple weeks until it was harvest time. And it seems like you can get about 2 or 3 harvests a year, but that corn silage will start earning you money through your cows. So you feed your cows and you start earning money. You can pay back your loans, but it takes a couple of years for your farm to really get profitable. It's a little harder than this game in that sense, but I like it because I like that part of it. I wish you could have these graphics with some of the features that are in that game, like the time going by slower, crops not growing in a day, but actually taking 3 or 4 months to grow. That'd be cool. You actually have to plow the fields, and the plow actually plows the fields. It doesn't just change the texture. You actually see the dirt coming up over the plow, and it leaves a deeper furrow on the end so you can tell where you've plowed. I think I said all this already, but you have to plow, you have to cultivate, you have to fertilize. It really is a much different interface. But it's also poorly executed, so I don't want to say bittersweet, because it's just, it was a $10 game. I got it for $5, I think, or maybe I got it for $10. It had been 20, and it was on sale for Steam Weekend or whatever. So I didn't spend a whole lot of money on it, so I wasn't super disappointed when it wasn't. I had a feeling it wouldn't be as good graphics as this. Some people are like, hey, the graphics are better than the farm sim, and I'm looking at the graphics and going, who? What? I don't think so. But I guess some people might think so, but I don't think so. Yes, Evelyn. I know. I'll have some in a little bit. Thank you. It's okay. Saved me a little bit. Alright, so we're going to pick up these bales. All that driving just for 3 bales of straw. And actually, I could just leave this up. Well, no, we're going to need it to collect bales down in the grassy field. Actually, today we might just do grass bales. Yeah, because for silage, because I want to try that whole theory out. The mod that I downloaded, I want to try out. So, this button. What's up, P? You guys having a nice time? Even though you're supposed to be in bed? Guess where you aim?
We're eating
What are we eating tomorrow?
chicken soup.
Mom's gonna make her famous chicken noodle soup.
Oh, and then she's gonna make those
Pumpkin cookies.
they're like look like pumpkins. No.
They look like pumpkins.
No, it had the.
All right, guys, we'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, so I'm bringing this tractor down. Gonna let that other guy keep sowing, and we're gonna start mowing. Thinking maybe a little bit of lumber later on today too. Pull this out, get it out of the way. Maybe earn some money. Buy that shiny new IT runner that I purchased over the weekend. Can't really afford it right now. I can barely afford the seed that I'm putting down. Alright. What's the matter, Pants? You want to cut the flower? I can't hear what you're saying. You want to cut the celery?
Yeah.
Oops. There we go. So it's time to mow and sow and row. See what the other tractor's doing. Is he still going? Yeah, he's doing fine. Look at that. I thought he'd get tangled in those trees, but he's not, so it's good. And I've chosen to leave the front mower off because this one just can't, it doesn't have enough horsepower to really pull that big honking front mower, so we'll just have to mow a little bit more. I might even take that one back and get the smaller one for the front. Because this tractor, those mowers require less horsepower. They're about half the size of the big mower. I don't want to deal with the mountains. I'm just going to mow it up to here. Probably not going to come up here. Maybe I will just go get that other mower. The smaller coon mower. I can afford it. I think it's only $13,000, so we'll take the big one in and trade it in. Before I go any further. Well, this is actually, look at that. It's like leaving a little swath, but it's cutting a lot of it. I gotta finish this line first, though, because that's gonna make me nuts. So here's what you do. When you only have the two on the back, oh, I thought I put these up. Didn't I raise them? Oh, I guess I did now. Oh, oh, that was stupid. So this is how you do it when you have just the two mowers. But you can see you definitely don't get as much done in one sweep. The spooky door. My back door just blew open. I made my girls open the back door because it's getting hot in the house. And it blew open. Maybe it's the raccoon. So, funny story. I was here in this room. It was a night not unlike tonight. And I was working on the computer. I used to have my gaming computer actually pretty close to where it is now. And this little raccoon came up to my back door. I had the door open with the screen, and he just started coming in. And I was like, "Get out of here!" And he just started coming. He came in after me, and I found out later that my neighbor had been feeding him. And I'm like, "Please don't do that," because he tried to break into my house. Like, he wasn't afraid. He wasn't acting like he was being aggressive. Like, he didn't hiss or anything, but he just started walking right into the house. I'm like, not okay with this. So I chased him out with the chair, and then when he just kept trying to come back in again, I slammed the door on him, and then ran around the side of the house, out the back, and grabbed the garden hose. And he was still on the porch, and I hosed him down with the sprayer, and he didn't come back after that. But Like I said, I felt a little bad for him because he wasn't being like super aggressive, but I'm just like, I'm not real comfortable with you doing this, dude. Like, this is just not. We gotta have a talk about this. This is not appropriate. Not appropriate coon behavior.
We should just put him in a cage.
I don't really want him in a cage. I don't want really anything to do with him.
And we should have him as a pet.
Nah, raccoons don't make good pets. Not unless you're just like a... What? They have to be domesticated. Domesticated. I don't... If you raised it from a baby, you could probably train it. But a lot of raccoons, when they get older, they just get mean. They're not really meant to be pets. Some animals are good pets. Other animals just really aren't meant to be pets.
Like deal.
And raccoons are one of them. They can be very, very aggressive.
You don't want a baby.
Huh?
You don't
What?
you don't want a baby especially.
So let's go ahead and take this front unit back and get the smaller one. I know we had talked about that before. I just didn't do it. But now I think I just need to... I need to be able to mow with this tractor setup so I don't have to keep bringing the JCB down. Speaking of which, what the heck is the JCB doing? Is he done? Oh, he's finished. Look at that. Good job, Mr. JCB. Good show, English tractor. Evelyn is very against having the back door open since my raccoon story.
Why is it wide open?
Because it blew open with the wind. You can go pull it closed.
Daddy, do you want leaves on it?
Yeah, onions or chives or whatever. Evelyn is making me a salad. It's probably a better midnight snack than cookies or cake, you know. Though I do put cheese on my salad, but I don't put dressing on my salad. Oh, you missed. He's I'm an anti-dressing person. Yes?
Do you want carrots on you?
Do I want what?
Do you want carrots on you? Tell
Carrots, sure.
him to let me help the cut.
Evelyn, help her cut stuff up. Just don't cut your little fingers, pants.
No, I have this one.
Come here in the microphone for a minute.
I have a buttermilk.
Right here in the microphone.
I have a buttermilk, Daddy.
Say twirly pool.
Twirly pool.
Say it again.
Twirly pool.
Say world.
World.
You are so cute.
World.
I love you, pants.
World. World.
She's super cute.
Oh.
Almost as cute as Mater, but there's not anybody as cute as Mater.